The journey begins not with the structure itself, but with a deliberate approach along Mandeville Canyon Road. Flanked by a dense canopy of mature oaks and sycamores, the air cools as the road winds deeper into the Santa Monica Mountains. The street is closely shadowed by a flood-controlled channel, a reminder of the natural watercourses that have shaped this terrain for millennia. Here, the boundary between the civic infrastructure and the wild topography begins to blur. Rising from the edge of the road, the house presents itself initially as an enigma, a relatively solid, defensive facade composed of textured brick and dark metal panels stands against the canyon street. This exterior barrier offers no immediate glimpses of the interior life, serving instead as a deliberate buffer that screens out the passing world and honors the privacy of the canyon floor. Upon crossing the threshold, the architecture immediately submits to the natural slope of the land. Rather than flattening the hillside, the design embraces the topography, initiating a gradual descent that mimics the canyon's own geography. The structure stretches out horizontally, aligning its core with the natural contours of the earth. As the house extends toward its eastern terminus, the relationship with the ground shifts dramatically. The descending slope drops away faster than the roofline, causing the eastern end of the house to float a striking 3 feet above the canyon floor. This architectural suspension creates a powerful sense of weightlessness, transforming the building from a grounded fortress into a pavilion hovering over the landscape. Inside, the journey through the home is conceptualized as a cinematic progression. Spaces do not merely connect, they unfold sequentially, playing deliberately with contrasting volumes of darkness and light. The heavy shadow of the entrance gives way to sudden bursts of brightness, guiding the occupants through a choreographed spatial rhythm. This careful modulation of light ensures that the eye is constantly drawn outward, against a carefully curated backdrop of dark interior finishes and sleek metal accents. The vivid colors of the surrounding environment are thrust into the forefront. The interior architecture acts as a dark frame, intensifying the green of the trees and the golden hue of the California sun. Beyond the glass, The landscape is a deliberate act of ecological restoration, while the design team made it a priority to preserve every mature, original sycamore on the property. They went a step further by planting a generation of new sycamores. This careful cultivation aims to return the site to the lush, riparian zone that naturally thrives at a canyon bottom. Complementing these majestic trees is a thoughtful selection of native riparian plantings and chaparral-covered hillsides. This choice creates a resilient, drought-tolerant ecosystem that requires minimal intervention. The entire landscape is sustained by an advanced, on-site rainwater collection system, harmonizing the home's modern infrastructure with the seasonal rhythms of the region. The interior environment is built around the philosophy of both quiet relaxation and grand entertaining. Every major gathering space is anchored by bespoke furniture, crafted by the architect's own dedicated wood and metal shop. These custom pieces, ranging from an expansive dining table to intimate side tables and a central pool table, employ a rich palette of smoked oak, walnut, and both natural and patinated bronze. Interwoven with these contemporary, handcrafted elements are classic, comfortable furnishings, many of which date back to the 1960s. This mid-century legacy anchors the home in a historic lineage of California modernism. Together, the robust timber, patinated metals, and vintage textiles create an atmosphere that feels deeply rooted, enduring, and inextricably tied to the canyon it inhabits.